politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know, we're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. We the hood view. You know? Representation of black people on the bench, because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on a Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
2, 3, 4, 5. We live.
Something like that.
Welcome to Hoodviewpolitics, where we're going to deep detail dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
And I'm Tony, the number one soul brother. And welcome once again to HVP, where we show you, where you give you the deal what's going on Capitol Hill.
Yes, indeed. And there's as much of that to get into. Best to believe.
A lot of that, yeah. Always something. And by the way, happy Earthquake Day up here on the East Coast.
Yeah, that is something strange, ain't it?
Yeah, I remember the last one.
Yeah, I was on the motherfucking over the bridge too when that happened too.
Oh, the last one.
Bray Bridge. That joint shook up everything over there.
Shit, I was in the house. I just got in from work. That good old Smithfield packing.
Got a nice shaking.
Shit. Next thing I knew, I was in the room about to change my clothes and what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I was like, hold on. No, ain't no motherfucking earthquake.
I imagine if you be over there in those countries with them joints 8 point something. Good shit. God Almighty.
You ain't got to be over there in them countries. You can be right in California.
Them little joints. Fair that shit.
Yeah. But see, them motherfuckers get them over in Japan and shit like that. They come with tsunamis and shit like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That ain't good.
Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. We appreciate y'all a whole lot. Everybody subscribing lately, we appreciate y'all a whole lot for that. Now, one thing me and my man always stresses: local politics. We need you to vote up and down the ticket. Just don't worry about the president alone. There's a lot of other things that need to be taken care of in your community. You know what I'm saying, dog? So we have a series where we interviewing a lot of candidates in the DC area, running for where in this case Ward 7. And the more and more we get into interviewing more and more candidates, the one thing we want to stress for everybody that's listening to this in our area, in DC area, is we want what's best for you. And we also want what's best for not just our culture, but everybody that's living in our area. You know what I'm saying? So when we bring these people on here, we looking for answers to solve a lot of problems in our culture as a black man in general. And also, there's a lot of things to be solved in general in the world as a masses. So as we go any further here, we're going to bring on my man here, running for Ward 7, candidate,
well,
Mr. VJ Johnson. Now, appreciate you coming on here, man, giving us your time. I know you're a busy man running for councilman. You got unmute yourself. Appreciate you coming on the joint.
Right on.
You good?
Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me?
Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear that. I can't hear.
Well, you hear me? I say I appreciate you coming on and everything. Taking your time out because I know you're a busy man.
Yeah, man. Campaigning is it's almost 24/7. There's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, a lot of different people, a lot of different places.
Man, one thing we're gonna do first, we want to get in before we get any further. We want to get to know who you are, right? Now, first of all, I'm Rabbit Jones. This is my partner here, number one soul brother. Just in case you ain't know. We just want to get to know the person first, right? So I'm a real big person on being as a teenager, knowing who you are and what you want to do then at 15, 16 years old. So I want to know, who was VJ Johnson at 15, 16 years old? What was in your mind? What was your vision? Can we look through your eyes and picture what you was thinking?
Man, at 15, I probably was just a regular local DC Joker. I did play ball in high school, so sports was very important to me. I played football at Phelps, and that was life saving for me. I think like most cats that I ran with, that I grew up with, we're DC first. So as a teenager, I was in Southeast, and it's just a product of the environment. You do what your environment dictates you do, right? Until you're not there anymore. Football kept me. It was life changing for me. I had a team, really dope coaches, really good people that invested in my ability to play the game, man. Play at DCPS, and I had an opportunity to play college ball, so that was pretty cool, man. Yeah, so I was an athlete. I finished school, and I know DC and I know Southeast. So nothing special.
That's why when I ask people that, I just want to get a vision of what was your thought processes when you was in teenager age. You know what I'm saying? What was you doing? What was you thinking? Was it to be a congressman? Was it to be a mayor? Was it to be the president?
No, not at all. In fact, if I could think, I didn't have a thought about what my future would be like. And it's nowhere in 15 I could see myself being here. In fact, it's not even really until a few years ago that I actually could vision myself doing what I'm doing and headed to where I'm headed. But at 15, man, like everybody else, man, hanging out with the homies and chasing girls, man. Moving through the streets and trying to stay out the way.
I feel you on that. This Tony, the number one soul brother here, and I appreciate you coming on tonight. And like I said, I feel you on that. At 15, myself, I was on some other stuff too. But when was it that you decided, you say, to get into politics and, I'm gonna try to do something for the people in Southeast and the people in the city in general? And what made you want to take that leap?
We picked up these petitions on January 12th, 2024. I think it's been a natural progression, man. Faith is very important to me. I am a Christian, and I think I've sort of slowly over time come to accept my purpose in life as a servant. Man, look, I came back from college and I started teaching, man. If y'all local, my first school was Anacostia. And I felt real connected to those kids. My uncle went to Anacostia. My dad went to Easton. My mom went to Cardoza. And so, I really felt like I was doing something. I felt like I was giving back. I felt like I had escaped. I had a teacher impact me in a way that allowed me to go to college. So, that right there was just service. I thought I was doing something by teaching young people about government through social studies. But it's been a natural progression, man. We on this campaign, the team, we got this thing called the origin story. And while I was in the classroom, we were organizing young people in the neighborhood off of Minnesota Avenue. And I took an issue with trash, man. And I didn't like cats, leaving liquor bottles out front of the house and, all that. I live behind a liquor store, and you what come with that, man.
Yeah.
So I just was like, I didn't feel like I wanted to live like that. I'm still Southeast, and I just figured, the one thing I could do is pick up the trash in front of my house. And then it grew from there, man. A couple youngins in the neighborhood, I started helping them. We started picking up trash, mentoring, giving advice, because teenagers at that time was where I was. I was high school, right? So I was real connected to that population. I wasn't that much older at that time. So it was just an easy connection for me to move young people. I just came from that environment, understand the difference between, the 5 years of before and the 5 years in college. So I wasn't too far removed. So I was just like easy. It was easy for me to connect with them and, be something different for them.
Now, I'm born and raised in DC. It's not even a part of DC I haven't lived at. But I want to point out a certain spots. Now, Anacostia lived around there. Lived in Raleigh Street. And my grandmother.
That's Ward 8. That's Ward 8 off of MLK.
Yeah, that's basically what you're saying. That's about as good as you can get. Then my brother and my little sister graduated from Eastern. I went to McKinney Tech though. Got thrown out of there. But growing up, like you, everybody had their decisions. Like, and when everybody be like, the neighborhood is poor, they don't want to go there. To me, the people living there want out too. It's not just like people are living in these situations and this is where they want to be. You feel me?
I feel you.
So I want to ask you, like, now, to me, like I sold drugs coming out. I sold drugs for a living. I ain't even go to school. That wasn't my thing. But I did sell drugs, right? And did things out in the streets that was not conducive to my community, right? But at the same time, I take responsibility to that and say that was a choice I made, because I don't feel like just because your atmosphere is what it is, you have to do it. It's a choice you made. I made that choice. So I can just take whatever comes with it. You feel me? Well, my question to you is, what do you have as far as gun violence and the youth coming up in DC areas right now, as far as recreations, outlets for them to have besides making that choice?
Well, it's loaded, man. It's real loaded. Let's talk about choices, right? Because everything in what you're saying is choices, recreational opportunity, gun laws, prevention, intervention, right? So it's a lot there. And you got to think about mindsets, right? So at 13, 14, 15, what's your value, right? What is your value at 13, 14, 15? You don't really have no value for much. And if you've been starved most of your life because of your circumstances, your neighborhood, your parents' situation, if you got parents, you're looking at life real different, right? And you may be looking at life like you don't have no hope, like it's nothing for you, but what's in front of you, right? So I think I've experienced some of that. I actually know what that mindset is. And I look back on the younger me, and sometimes I'm disappointed about the younger person. Sometimes I get frustrated, because you got to think about who were the adults in your life that allow for you to be in that situation for whatever reason or not. So as a young person, you don't have no resources. You're trying to figure out life. You're a big ball of emotions. And then you're just in an environment, that tells you like you ain't worth much, right? So then you got to just deal with the day-to-day of surviving and trying to figure it out for yourself. We got to change that reality, and you got to start investing in young people, showing them that you care, demonstrating love, and just dealing with some of the difficulties and the attitudes or the hard-headedness. You got to just press through it. You just got to be consistent. And I think with me on Nelson Place, on 2900 block of Nelson Place behind O'Connor's liquor store, the kids just got used to me being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things, I remember a young lady named Ebony, she went to Anacostia, and she used to say, "Mr. Johnson, you'll never have no curtains on your window." And I was like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to hide, right? But they would pay attention. They would watch what I do, and just being consistent and being a resource. But they had all kinds of life situations. I got one kid, a mentor, Khalid. He come home this summer, but he's been in for a minute. I got another kid, Chris. he's working for the mayor now, right? So two examples of two young black boys. One is in jail, right? And one touched the streets and had some problems with the street, but course corrected, and now he's working for the mayor of the District of Columbia. And I talked to Please Dad, stepdad, and his mom. He's changed inside the box, right? Like he has matured inside the box. And he's like, that's not for him no more. So when he comes home, he's going to be able to come home to Mr. Johnson and get plugged into resources, opportunities, right? And maybe he can go do what Chris, I don't know. But, I see it. And that's just looking at other young people. That's not even looking at me, right? Because my transformation, like I told you, was tied to football and one teacher in 11th grade thinking I was worth something, right? And a whole team of coaches, right? Black men coaches who had a purpose in their mind that they not only was going to cultivate us to be great athletes and football players, but they wanted us to grow up and be men. And even then, bro, I still was messing up, right? Messed up in college, messed up after college, right? So just because you got redirected, it still don't mean you're going to figure it out, because the life we come from ain't the life that I live in. And I know that, the life I come from ain't the life I live in.
And sort of to piggyback off of that, I got a nephew who's in the hospital recovering right now. He was shot. He was shot in the head on that snow day back in January, right there on 16th and A in Southeast, right there by RFK. And I'm 53 years old, so I grew up in that time where the city was off the hook. The suburbs, everywhere in this area, the DMV area as we call it now, was off the hook. But I want to know, what can we do, or what kind of programs, or what we can do to get some of these guns and some of these kids off the streets and into something, so they won't be out here doing the things that they doing. The carjackings is off the hook. They robbing people right and left. They shooting and killing each other, and it's like 1980, like the late 80s, early 90s all over again.
Well, let's break that. Let's peel that onion back, because think about who you might have been at 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna tell you who I was at 13, 14, 15. Right? I had a gun. I had a gun at 14, right? Mm-hmm. And so thinking about, how did I get a gun at 14? Like, how did I get a gun at 14? And what was my thinking that I wanted a gun and I carried a gun? Like, what was going on at that time? So the first thing is like, well, how the hell these guns get in the hands of these young people in the first place? So that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
Who's responsible for putting guns on the street that a 13, 14-year-old can get? And then secondly, individual choice, personal accountability. What mindset do you have to have as a 13, 14-year-old to feel that you want a gun for protection, for security, for clout, right? Or for harm, right?
All of the above.
Right. Now, if you're thinking about that young person, right? And this is where I find, polarizing. Is that a young person that's going to go to a program at DC Parks and Rec? Now, it wasn't to I went to jail for what I was doing, that it gave me an opportunity to kind of think differently, right? And got into some diversion programs, right? So I see opportunity for some of these young people who get in trouble to redirect them. Mm-hmm. I don't know how successful you're going to redirect a young person that's in the street with a gun, selling drugs. I don't know how I don't know how successful we can be with a 13, 14, 15-year-old without intervention, right? But here, when you peel it back, if you get from zero to 5, that's some adult's responsibility, right? When you get to 5, you're in school. So you got kindergarten to 12th grade, or you got kindergarten to maybe the 6th, 7th, 8th grade. You telling me we can't get these young people a year or 2 years of caring adults to help them feel good about themselves and to help them think about life differently, right? Like, so there's a lot of stuff going on before we get there, right? So we got to figure out why these guns on the street, how to get these guns off the street. But moreover, the thing that we can control is how we showing up for kindergartners to 6th graders, right? I work with 4th through 8th graders. I do a chess program. We just did a drone program. And granted, the kids that I'm working with, some of them are knuckleheads, but most of them, you could tell they got parent structure with them, right? Well, when I look at who shows up to the after-school programs, it ain't nobody with a gun. It ain't nobody brazen enough to use a gun, right? So the kids that I'm working with, I'm gonna keep them from getting to the kids that got guns. But now, how do we go outside of the programs and get the kids with guns, right? And I say it all the time. Sometimes you just got to get sat down and spend some time away to figure out that what you was doing probably wasn't the best thing to do. And that's the opposite extreme. And I know a lot of people always come to me and be like, well, we need more programming. We need to do more for these young people. Well, I agree. You need to do more for the young people that don't got the gun out here robbing, slapping the shit out your grandmother and snatching cars.
Correct.
It's a population of young people that we got to love on. We got to pour resources at, and we got to steer them and keep them from going over here with them youngers at with the guns, right?
Yeah, because I feel you on that. Because myself, I don't make no bones about it on here. I was sat down myself. That's what changed. That's what changed me and changed my line of thinking. I got sat down, and I think that we need to, like you were saying, we need to catch them. We need to try to catch them before the streets get them, and that, I guess, that starts at an earlier age, and like you were saying, to get them into things like football or maybe boxing and stuff like that.
That's what I was going to suggest, right? Like, run, just in case you were to win, some suggestions, right? You incentivize the kids for, if they was to join a recreation school in their area and accomplish anything, playing basketball, football, or something like that, incentivize that kid. You know what I'm saying? Find some ways to incentivize the mother or something. That's another thing.
Go there. Stay right where you are.
Go ahead.
Incentivize the adult caregiver. Incentivize, because the child is the victim of the environment, right? The child don't have no control over who brought them into this world and what the world looks like that they live in. But the adult. So I tell you, I don't know if y'all know Sousa. Who's over here off Minnesota Avenue in Southeast. I have this big, bold idea about Sousa. Well, Sousa is a junior high school. It's an interesting junior high school. You would like this fact. It was the first junior high school integrated in the country, I think, in the District of Columbia in 1954. So it's a historical landmark. But it's supposed to have 850 students, and it has 4 elementary schools that feed into it. Only 220 some students go there. So the building is not even full, right? It's not even meeting its potential. And I have this big, bold idea where I say, well, why not use a portion of the building to put programming in for the parents or the caregivers? So as you take your kid to school, right, you can now access a resource, get your GED or get some skills development, or meet with some recruiters for a job.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Every parent ain't a hood parent. I don't even want to say that, because some parents work 2 jobs and they single and they just ain't home to take care of the kids because they try to make ends meet because rent too high, right?
Exactly. You can incentivize them too by giving them a chance to elevate their education too.
Right.
So they get better jobs. They don't have to work too like that.
So we make schools community hubs. We invest in the schools, not just academically.
Good idea.
But stabilize the whole family.
Yeah. Exactly. Not just
check this out. Tell me if you ever saw this. The grocery store at Alabama Avenue. No, I'm just
about to get to that too.
I'm gonna do the grocery store on Minnesota Avenue. I'm gonna do the Safeway on Minnesota Avenue in Minnesota and Benton Road. How many times have you all seen a young parent slap the shit out of a baby 2, 3, 4, 5 years old because they grabbing candy on the way out of the line, and the mom or the dad frustrated with that child and they smack that child or they yell at that child right there. Now that's one 5-minute interaction of that child's life. If that parent or that adult or that caregiver can do that out of frustration in the grocery store while you watching, what you think happening to that kid when they get home?
Exactly.
You're so right.
And
so when they go out in the street at 11, 12, 13, and they got that thing in their hand, man, look, they not taking no mess off of nobody.
Exactly. So I think we both, that's a good idea right there, where you got to incentivize the parents too. Give them some reasons to not just, because some of these parents are just, like you're saying, working 2 jobs and you're single. Then there's some parents that are just there, just not really caring. If you could just incentivize them to do something to take care of the child or get up and get them in school or something like that to prosper the family, that helps.
Yeah. When I was the director of student support services at Community College Preparatory Academy, which is a charter school for adult learners founded by this phenomenal Black woman from Ward 7, grew up in Deanwood, Miss Connie Spinner. And she was a school teacher, right? She was like, man, she had this big, bold vision of, you know what? Y'all deal with the schools. I'm gonna catch them when they graduate or when they drop out or when they get to life, right? Because she had a theory that when life get their hands on you, right? When life gets its hands on you, it's gonna help you out. It's gonna knock you out or it's gonna help you out, right? Life has a way of shaping your perspective. So we would get all these adult learners in, some reading at the 4th grade level, some reading at the 11th grade level, some just want to get a trade and work on HVAC, some want to do A++, right? So we got a whole bunch of adults with a whole bunch of life experience, and they all come back and was like, yo, I should have made good on the opportunity when it was presented to me up front, but they didn't. And that was the commonality. They had a second chance.
Exactly.
Right? And I go back to the model with Susan. Why not put something like that in the school, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That'll be
life will humble you. Life will get your mind right? And you know what is not happening in our society is that we're not holding people accountable for their bad behaviors. You know, at all levels. You know, we got a Donald Trump. I know y'all be going in on him, but look at that. You got
something like that.
You got the president, the former president of the United States is wow. You know what I'm saying? It's just he ducking consequence. He got people raising money. So the man owed $500 million, man, in trying to stay out of jail. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you got the president of the United States ducking consequence and ducking accountability. We got to hold people accountable, man. You got to own your decisions, your poor decisions.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not saying an 11-year-old who stole a banana from 7-Eleven need to be DNA tested or be locked down for 2 years. I'm not saying that. They just need food. I'm saying the person who got the gun that can blow your brains out and take your car, they got to be sat down. Yeah. And we got to look at what that environment was that they came out of. And then we may have to do like the mayor is saying now, how we hold that adult accountable. Like the woman who went to jail for 4 years for letting her kid take the gun to school.
Yeah.
She got to go to jail for what the kid did.
Exactly.
So once you put in a structure for accountability,
exactly,
it'll get itself together.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right about that, because there's a lot of a big problem with this is people got guns in their houses and they not securing the guns. They ain't keeping them in a safe or a lock box or got locks on the guns or whatever.
Yeah.
And some people that shouldn't have guns, period. And then they got kids around or youngins around who running the streets or influenced by what they see in movies and TV or whatever, and they got access to these guns. And at some point, you're gonna have to come back on the adults and with some kind of consequences for leaving these guns around these kids for these kids to get.
Exactly.
Right.
Man, I appreciate your whole life. Stop. I got one more question for you though.
Yeah.
When we talk about
something in this text though, I'm gonna put something in the chat for you.
Good.
Go ahead, gotcha.
When we talk about food, like you just touched on when the grocery store, right?
Yeah.
We talk about the food that's coming in Ward 7, all DC really. I want you to tell me, first of all, we all know the food that we have in our city is about the basic below level trash that you can have, right? Just the food that in our grocery stores is trash compared to if you go somewhere else. So you personally, is this something you thought of, or do you have a plan for that, or do you have any ideas on getting better food, healthier food in our communities?
Yeah, I'm gonna put another article in the chat for y'all, man. I want y'all to check out my website, and I'm gonna put that in there too. So let me dive deep a little bit. Just go with me real quick, because I want to talk about something that we don't talk about, and that's the dietary habits of Black folks, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. And it's a little story. When I started becoming food conscious, it's because I had an opportunity to go to Africa. I got a chance to go to Nigeria and Ghana. And so my perspective on food changed after that experience. And when we look at, because you all talk about a lot of deep, dope cultural and historical things with oppression and how Black people are responding to the country and racism and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But we celebrate, and I was watching something earlier about with Steve Harvey and the Hoodie Awards, right? So we celebrate soul food. I ain't here that don't shoot me. I understand that soul food is also slave food, right? So when you think about what Black people was able to do culturally with food, when the master and the slave owners would give them scraps, when they would just figure out how to make food work and delicious, right? That's part of our culture, right? The food that came from the Caribbean, the food that came from different parts of Africa, right? We took that and we made it work when they gave us nothing, right?
Exactly.
But where we are now, and in the way that the government has allowed corporations to experiment with food. Like you can get cloned meat now. You can get food with GMOs in it, right? Genetically modified organisms. So we also understand if you go to the FDA's website, they tell you what food to eat and what food not to eat, right?
Exactly.
And we got to stop it. We spend our time at McDonald's. We spend our time in the care. Because I'll end up at Eddie Leonard's on Alabama Avenue,
yeah,
or something nostalgic, right? Just to say, man, I wanted to get me some wings and fried rice.
Yeah,
right? And,
I was just up there today.
I put a couple articles in there. And one is about the food desert in Ward 7, and I talk about like what the problem is and what the solution is. And we gotta be able to, and there's laws on the books that makes the corner store put fresh groceries and fresh fruits in the bodegas in the corner store. But the way we shop as a Black community is every 2 weeks, every payday. And I don't know Black folks that ain't got a deep freezer in their house, right? So the way we buy food, the way we think about eating foods, every 2 weeks, we get the meats, we put them in the freezer, and we get the things that are quick and convenient for us to eat, right?
That's true.
Canned goods. high in sodium. Right now, when you look at what you're talking about, how these grocery stores like the Safeways and all these other stores, they have
the corner store is terrible.
Yeah, they have. They're just terrible in our communities. But when you look at other communities, and we could just say Ward 6, you got the Whole Foods, you got the Harris Teeter, you got the Trader Joe's. Well, those people over there got a different way of eating. They got a different way of buying food.
Exactly.
So when you go to the grocery store every day, every other day, every third day, and you buying prepared meals to eat that day, because you live in a small box and you ain't got no deep freezer, right? And you transitory, you tend to just like eat out all the time, or you just tend to buy the food that you need, right? Now, when you look at all the subsidy food programs that may impact people in Ward 7 and Ward 8, you got WIC, you got TANF, you got you got a couple other programs. So now the grocery stores is like, man, I got to deal with the government. These people are only buying these things, right? So they're not catering to my new dietary habits, right? So now I can't really go to the Safeway in my neighborhood if I want to continue to like eat how I'm eating, right? And people need an opportunity to grow mentally. People need an opportunity to try new things, to eat more fruits and vegetables. So my job is to continue to change the environment and to try to get laws passed and funded that will make new normals for people in their dietary habits, make new normals for how we stabilize our family and love our kids and invest in our parents. We can legislate new normals for crime prevention and intervention. But we also got to put that big hand down when someone's out here wilding out in these streets.
For sure. Yeah. That's for damn sure. Appreciate you a whole lot, man. Sliding past the podcast for sure, man. And good luck on your race. Go ahead. You got something to say?
I said, yeah, I was checking out your platform the other day on your website, and you basically
website VJforward7.com, VJforward7.com, VJFORWARD7.com. Tell me what you think about that website. Look, team, it's impressive to me. I like it, man.
Hey, your website is tight and it's informative, because what you was just talking about with the food and everything, that's basically was under your healthcare platform, which was promoting health and wellness programs and advocating for policies that address health disparities within the community. And that food thing is one of the problems, getting the good stuff, getting the good stuff to the people, who really need it and should have it, because it shouldn't be no disparities.
Nah, and it shouldn't be, but we gotta here. I know y'all love this. You take this and run with it. We focusing on the political power, all right, and Black people know to vote. Like, we know to focus on the political power, right? We know,
yes, sir,
politicians will pay attention to us if we vote. But once we put the political power with the economic power, so when I take my vote and my dollar, now you leveling up, because a politician and a business, I got $1. So the business, I got $1, politician, I got a vote. I need y'all to work for me now. And that's what other communities know. They know about the vote and they know about the dollar, right? And so we're getting there. We understand the vote and we're learning about the dollar, right? And we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to continue to do with platforms like yours that are raw, that are real, that are authentic, that help people come to this place of political and community involvement without all the yuckity muck, without all the pageantry, and without all the BS, right? Like, yeah. I'm allowed to be a little bit more comfortable with you all in this space, even though I know what I'm saying and I'm talking about the things that I need to talk about that are in my plan, that are on my website, the things that I'm going to do. But I can do it at a different level, right? I don't have to be.
I got you.
I can just I get comfortable like I'm on 18th and D Street, right?
Exactly.
Or like I'm on like I'm in Simple City, right? I can do it in a different way, you know. And so platforms like yours allow all people to get the information that they need to enhance the quality of life and prosperity that they choose to. And that's what we're doing, man. We are making Ward 7-1 by building bridges and connecting people to what they need and want, so they can access the opportunities and resources that's going to give them the quality of life and prosperity that they're entitled to as DC residents living in Ward 7.
Let everybody know how they can get in touch with you. They can donate and everything. Let everybody know how they can get things to you.
Yeah. So VJ for Ward7.com, and that's VJFORWARD7.com, 202-643-6078 is the number, 202-643-6078. And then you can just email at info at VJ4Ward7.com. That's 3 ways. You can go on social media. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got my political, you got my personal, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know what Instagram. I think if you do Ward 7, do Ward 7 _ first, or Ward 7 _ first. You can get me on Instagram. Twitter, I don't know. It's VJ for Ward 7 is the Twitter handle. But hey, man, if you just look, give them my number, give them my email address, go to that website, everything will connect. And if you look in the event section, you got a couple different ways, right? You can donate and you connect it. You can put your information in the website, you connect it. You can go and sign up through Mobilize and get connected. But once you connect it, you connect it. It's always going to keep you involved, sending you new information, new videos, new access to new opportunities for engagement. We do a lot, man. We outside, man. We outside. We out here with the people, and we doing everything we can do is to keep people in the know.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you stopping past, man.
Right. And for y'all that's listening, that's VJ4Ward7.com. Y'all go and check this brother's site out. It's very informative and it's tight. And we wish you the best of luck in your campaign.
Good
brother.
luck, player. For sure.
Hey, look, when we win, I'll come back and whatever I can do to help you all do what you're doing. But keep doing what you're doing, because I got a feeling, man, y'all blessing people out here.
I appreciate you a whole lot, for sure.
All right.
Thanks a lot, brother.
Yes, indeed. What you think, player?
We had 2 good candidates on here. We had brother Ebron over here. What about a month ago?
Exactly.
And we had brother VJ, and
we're not biased on anything. It's open for all.
Talking to them too. This is my thing. Just talking to them too. The future is bright, but y'all out there. Y'all got to go check them out and see what they're about and talk to them and do your research and go vote. Make it known, because it's some good young candidates out here.
I actually want to see them in the national. I actually want to see them in the national joint, but that's another thing. Yeah, you got one step at a time.
Let's say, so you gotta get your local thing going. But y'all out there, check them brothers out and check out brother VJ. That's at VJ4Ward7.com. And
most definitely appreciate him a whole lot for taking his time out to come on this joint and let everybody know his ideas and vision for Ward 7.
And when you win, we gonna be calling on you.
Let's believe that. But good luck to all of them, for real. And our future interviewees too, that be coming on here soon. So we're not biased towards this. We just want everybody's vision,
Right.
Now, let's dive
to some our normal shit,
into some things here. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's a lot going on with, man. I swear to God, I don't know how Trump cannot have strokes, bro. He gotta have strokes.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
I'm starting to think strokes, because you got cases falling inside like the roof caved in, bro. No money, that's tough.
Do money.
That's tough. That's not our fault though. Black Magas, this platform is open to you at any moment. You want to slide on and disagree with anything either one of us say?
Bring your ass.
Bring your
Bring
ass. Bring that ass up here. You know what I'm saying? Now, good.
But you know, this dude, man, he got problems. He trying to cover it up. He got so many irons in the fire. You know, he ain't got no choice but to get burnt. He done fucked around and got a black woman pissed off. You got Fannie Willis pissed off, dude, and she coming for your ass.
That's my baby.
Hold up, yo, baby.
I'm gonna talk to you about that later. Come on, go on.
Fannie Willis in Georgia.
That's my baby.
Oh man, you called all kind of hoes of a week.
Fannie Willis? Am I talking about the right person?
Yeah, the one.
My baby that was cussing out all the rednecks all the time.
The one that's running the case in Georgia. They tried to get kicked off the case for messing with the dude.
Oh shit, that's the wrong one I'm thinking. My bad.
Now you think about the other one.
I'm thinking about one girl.
The one in the DC one or the New York one?
Texas.
Old girl in Texas, the Congress,
yes,
the Congress girl from Texas. Oh yeah, I fucks with her.
My baby.
She be digging in their ass.
Hold on, who you thought I was talking about?
I was talking about Fannie Willis.
I'm talking about Fannie Willis, my baby too, though. But that's my baby.
Oh yeah, she be digging in that shit.
Yeah, she does.
She be digging.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she.
Now, it's a lot of things going on. First, we got my man. What's this fool name? The God. He called himself the God. I just remember that.
Oh, Charlamagne.
Yeah. Did you hear this motherfucker say that he said this shit was garbage?
Yeah, what?
DEI. It was garbage.
What's wrong? Look.
Garbage. See,
what's wrong with diversity, equity, and inclusion?
I don't know why is he making it so bad now, bro?
It's a dirty word. It's now they made it a dirty word or three dirty letters, DEI. And,
like what?
You know, especially when they referring to black people.
Yeah.
And it's
I need everybody to pay attention though. First, we just had Candace Owens. Y'all seen that display, right? Ah! You watching one now in the making. You look at him. This is one. I don't want him to get past y'all like Candace Owens did. Okay, he is one too. He is on Comedy Central. Do anybody remember one day on Breakfast Club he made you laugh?
I don't know because I don't look at it.
He is not, even back 20 years ago. Did he ever make you laugh on Breakfast Club?
Hell no.
So first of all, we know why he's there. Okay? Now, he gets on this joint, him, the Stephen A's of the world. They use their platforms, bro.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna take me into something.
To go in on
talk about
controversial black issues and take the wrong sides of them joints. Why? Now, this person right here, Charlamagne the God, to me is just trash from the beginning. First
I don't get with him.
First of all, he used to put Spanish fire allegedly in girls' drinks. In fact, that's on the books. He a sex offender. So you look that up. Charlamagne is a sex offender right now in South Carolina.
Punk ass.
And he literally is on, like, what are we doing, bro? And we already know the Breakfast Club is being paid for by white ringers. So that's why when you listen to the shit, they had these foolish people on this joint. You thinking, why is this? Why is he here? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear this. This is what we hip hop. They sliding in some bullshit on you. About DEIs and shit like that. Candace Owens.
This is the problem. When you got spooks,
they start helping each other.
You got spooks like Charlamagne, Candace Owens.
Oh my God.
That try to creep in the back door. And see, every brother ain't your brother. And y'all need to understand that. And y'all need to. That's where doing your research. That's where getting up on the issues that affect you and your family, your community. When that's where getting up on them type of issues come in. That's why I tell everybody, man, y'all just need to. Hey, it ain't about who you vote for as long as you vote. As long as you do the research and you you make an informed decision. Because a lot of these people out here,
my thing is you gotta know what you're listening to, because
right.
when you listen to Breakfast Club, you're not thinking of them being controlled by anybody. You just thinking some hip hop shit.
You got it right. And see, that's where I'm going with this.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of these people that funding, backing, or whatever, people like Charlemagne, they know that, especially these youngins out here that really don't know no better. That don't know no better. That you can dress up. You can dress up these people in a hip hop format or hip hop clothes, if you will, and they can sell y'all. They can sell y'all fried ice cream. When people like Charlemagne, when they hit. And this, I done said this before. When you have people like Charlemagne, Ice Cube, and so on and so on and so on, and who the other one? The other ones you all, Kanye and all them.
Oh my God, Killer Mike.
That's what I was thinking about, and all them. When all of them hit another tax bracket, you can best believe what's going on in the hood, what's best for the hood, what's best for the community that bred them, that they came out of, that shit don't cross their mind. They worrying about getting breaks, tax breaks and whatever, getting these tax breaks to keep more money in their pocket, which is cool. You made the money, you should keep as much of it as you can. Ain't got no problem with that. But they're doing it under the disguise of, oh, we for the people. We for the brothers and the sisters.
Exactly.
And we can talk the talk.
Exactly.
We can talk the talk. We can talk like y'all. We look like y'all. We dress like y'all. But in the end, when that camera's off, it's fuck y'all. I'm worrying about my dollars. And that's cool. But if that's the way you feel, be upfront about it.
But people like him not gonna be upfront, because this is how they slither around into the industry. This is how they get bigger checks. This is how they move on to get the white money.
Right.
Right now, this is white money.
Look,
they told him when he was on Breakfast Club, remember, he signed IHOP Radio, whatever the fuck that is. That's ran by the white ring.
Yep.
So now every paycheck he got is coming from the white ring. So what you think he gonna come out of his black ass mouth? What they want?
Yep.
This fool ain't said nothing about DEI since the motherfucker started. Now all of a sudden DEI is garbage to him. Why? Because the white ring gets thinking some
white
shit.
Ring said because
stay on money. Every black people to pay attention.
Because the people that's paying you,
thank you.
But the people that's paying you don't dig the DEI.
So they slithered it into you.
So
you said
you gonna do basically you wanna do what massa wants you to do.
And then you go on Breakfast Club and do that shit where people not even expecting you to give no ankles like that. They just wanted hip hop news and talk that shit. You spitting bullshit from an angle from a white winger. Like, come on,
but
bro.
See, that's how you got your Charlemagne's.
Terrible.
You got your Candace Owens. You got your Jason Whitlocks.
Pay attention to what y'all listen to out here, bro.
Y'all gotta pay attention to what you listen to.
They're not real when on the show.
And to know where they're coming from.
Him, what's the other motherfucker? Him, Charlemagne. What's the white motherfucker? The light skin bound, supposed to be locked up for stealing everybody fucking money for the properties and shit. The other co-host he got.
He on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
I told you I don't look at it.
Oh damn, you really out of the loop.
I told you I don't look at that shit.
What's that motherfucker? I forgot his name, but yeah, the co-host bound, man. Both of them, they plants, bruh.
Right. And see now, like today, it was
Joe Budden is a plant now.
Yeah, and like today, it was a tweet went out that said The Rock is not going to say he's not endorsing Joe Biden again.
Yeah, DJ Envy.
Okay.
These two motherfuckers.
He's not endorsing Joe Biden again.
Oh my God.
Because he say he don't like the way the country's going. Well, 4 years ago, you didn't like the way the country was going and you endorsed Joe Biden. Now, 4 years later, you still don't like the way it's going. So what you're saying is You want to go back to what it was. But see, I know where that's going. I know where it's going.
Okay, good.
I know what's going on with him. See, The Rock right now, he's in the tax bracket that's way up here. Way up here.
Wait.
In the stratosphere.
Wait. Again, this goes back to what we were just saying. Who pays checks?
Who pays checks?
When they go to WWE, his biggest checks come. Who paying that?
TKO.
That would be McMahon's.
No, it ain't the McMahon, it's TKO.
What do you mean?
The McMahons don't own WWE
But that's
no
his
more.
paycheck.
Yeah,
he
but I'm
pays
saying
WWE, right?
WWE
Right?
was so
Like now, he about to go to WWE now,
Right.
in the middle of the race.
right. But I'm
So
saying,
what are you gonna say? He like Biden when they paying
Right.
for all Trump shit?
but I was
Mr.
saying,
McMahon is on his board, on Trump board.
Nah.
Mr. McMahon is on Trump
Yeah,
board.
he was. His
She
wife
on it
was
now.
running. Yeah, but
She
McMahon
is
all
Trump.
fucked up.
Yeah, I did.
He all fucked up.
That
But I'm
family,
saying,
the whole family is backing Trump.
but see,
They even in his
Right.
campaign.
but it ain't about the McMahons right now.
WWE?
It's about TKO and Dana White. That's who own WWE now. WWE McMahon sold WWE. The McMahon got in all that motherfucking shit about that sex shit. He got
Dana
pushed
White
out.
is no different.
That's what I'm saying.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. It's TKO and Dana White, and it's basically the same wolves, this different clothing. But anyway, you're right. They pushing what the person that signed a check.
Exactly.
But they want to fake like they got a mind of their own. Like they independent thinkers.
Nah.
Like, oh, these ideas that I got is bullshit. Just like Candace Owens. Candace Owens sit here for all of these years and the shit she talked and the way she talked about black people, the things she has said, the things she had pushed. But soon as she got fired, oh, she want to talk that black brother shit again. Oh, my community and my people. What? Nah, come on.
And this sorry. Okay.
Look,
okay. I can't.
what they're saying about DEI.
I can't no more.
What is the same thing? The shit they saying about DEI is the same thing they said about affirmative action. You got DEI off of the ruling a couple years ago. Thank you, Asian people. On affirmative action, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing they were saying then. They're saying it now, except this time they got a whole bunch of black faces.
Wow, they is working overtime too.
Right,
bro.
they got a whole bunch of black faces.
Stephen A. Everybody just working overtime. This race is going to be so heated that these people going to be working so hard to convince black people. They're going to say, no, I don't like Trump though. They going to say they will be beating up Democrat all day for the next 6 months. They're going to say, no, I ain't no Republican though. I would never vote for him. Like what the fuck has you been talking all this time though? You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
like what we talking about?
A DEI hire is the same thing as in their mind as an affirmative action hire.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's the problem.
you got ignorant.
I want to do Black MAGA see that as racist.
Hell no. Because it's Black MAGA that's pushing this shit.
Now everybody
But it's helping to push it.
Charlamagne was full of shit right there. Talking about studies and all that shit. He full of shit. The white man sat him up there and told him to talk about DI, bro. Say some garbage.
Yeah.
They probably heard him in the meeting say, I don't believe none of that shit because that's how he is around white people. They be like, you know what? That's a segment. Hey, come on out here, say that again. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
What is going on here, bruh? Shit's crazy. But that's y'all man, though. Charlamagne. The God.
The what?
Yeah, the dirty self to call him that.
Right.
Jeez.
Charlamagne, Y'all really need to know where that name came from too.
Please don't. What we need to know is he spent all his time in jail for touching the kids. That we need to know. Did he do all his time? Because he do all his time, he don't need to be on nobody's TV screen, bro.
These dudes is crazy, man.
I mean,
they look. Like I said, I don't blame you for wanting. You make the money, you want to keep the money. I ain't got a problem with that. But at some point, you got to stop cooning for these. You got to stop cooning for these. They don't
like when you call them coon. They thinking they being disrespectful.
Yeah, you got to stop cooning for these white folks out here. Just because you giving them a check. Now, if you can jump on there and say, I'm an independent thinker. Don't nobody tell me what to say. Nobody tell me what to think. And then you just spitting out everything your bosses think. Okay.
Let's get on this motherfucking jobs report, right?
Oh yeah, that's nice too.
So we can see again.
That's nice too.
When people just be saying any fucking thing, bro, it just doesn't make sense to me, right? Right now, the unemployment is what, like under 4%.
It's 3.something%, and it's been under 4% for a while now. Let's just say that it's been under that for a while now.
He already created way more jobs than
it's up to
Trump
15 million,
close to ever.
It's up to 15 million.
So when Trump get out there and say, I created the most jobs, he did.
You're lying.
Like, man, they counting this man lies from, like, bruh. At this point, no need to count it.
Today's job report, what was it? 303,000. 300,000. Unemployment is at its lowest in probably a generation.
Yeah, easy.
It's
better than when it was under Clinton.
Black unemployment is at its lowest. So people are working. People are going back to work.
My thing is, that's the talking point that a Republican gives out there. We're not better than we were 4 years ago. Like, what?
No.
That sounds dumb.
No.
Nobody in their right mind will go back 4 years ago, bro. When we ain't even had no toilet paper out this bitch. Like, come on. And then you had a president that was telling you drink bleach, and the shit that was going on was not happening.
Something like that.
Like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Some things you just got, come on. Like, come on, bro. In order to stop that, I think we'd still be in a fucked up pandemic if Trump was president, bro.
Man,
the pandemic wouldn't be over.
Man, half the country be dead.
I believe that.
If Trump was still president.
He literally didn't sign any bill to improve.
He didn't believe in the pandemic, even though he caught COVID.
You can't even write this shit, bro.
No,
he catches the shit. Go get him a shot.
Right.
Come back and tell him.
They shut him
put
down.
Some bleach in your ass.
They shut him down, and he not only did he have it, he was spreading the shit. But it ain't no pandemic.
Then he'll go to these rallies with motherfucker Rona and tell you this is a Chinese thing.
It's said the Kung flu. It's the Chinese virus.
Is it a flu?
Is it a virus?
China. It didn't happen, or what the fuck is it? What is it?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. You don't need a president. You sitting there like, is it a pandemic or not, bro? Like, what are we doing? One day he'll tell you, drink some bleach. Next thing he'll tell you, right, it's not even a pandemic. Like, like, what are we doing?
I don't think it's nobody out there that can really legitimately say that we are not better off now than we was when President Biden took over. I don't think nobody in their right mind can legitimately say that in their right mind without having to be drug tested.
ASAP at that.
So it's about do you want to continue the progress that we have made up to this point? Or do you want to go back to the way it was 4 years ago? That's your
And nobody in their right mind.
Them your two options. Do you want a president that's presiding over a hell of an economy, that's expanding healthcare, that believes in climate change and doing something about it, who gave you the Chips and Science Act, who is got an infrastructure bill done, whereas as we have seen by the events in Baltimore, that we have roads and bridges that need to be taken care of.
ASAP at that.
Do you want to continue this, or do you want to go back to a vindictive,
nigga that's not
petty,
even working? Nigga don't even work.
Racist, misogynist, egomaniacal, megalomaniac.
That was a good one. That was good. Those two last words was good ones.
I tried. I tried.
Hey, I don't know if everybody know that Beyonce just had a cowboy album, right?
Right. She didn't go on
country joint, right?
She thinks she Charlie Pride daughter.
But it's a lot. There's so much into this, bruh. This shit is so racist, bro. Look, one thing I done found out that's real clear: the NCAA women's joint, racist as fuck, and country music, racist as fuck. Us black people, we don't kick white people out because they want to rap. It's either you can rap or you can't. You can't, you get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying, dog? These motherfuckers, if you just black, if they hear the song first and love it, they love it. They see who did it. Is you black? Hey, take him off, get him off the rap. He not even in the category of you know what I'm saying? They take you out of the category and all that, bro. That's racist as fuck.
Yeah, she is. It's some racist shit.
Why a black person can't do country music? What is wrong with that?
I mean, but you done had some look.
Why they getting kicked out all the time?
They didn't think Ray Charles can do it. He fucked them up. Charlie Pride was one of the best who ever did it. Did Darius Rucker do some country? I think he did some country. You got some young black country artists out here. But we know Beyonce for what it is. She polarizing. We know that, and we know they don't want the Beehive intervening or infiltrating they shit.
You got to look Texas Hold'em.
Mm-hmm. We're number one.
Crazy, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because I really do believe if we infiltrate country music, it might be a problem for them. That's why they try to keep you out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
because music, man, when it comes down to it, black people was that
you got black people. You got black people that slowly but surely they are infiltrating country music.
I mean, the country music is stealing from hip hop,
but
all other genres are stealing from hip hop and rap anyway, and putting a little bit into their shit. That's how you get country music is more up to date now anyway.
Yeah, you got
because they infusing some black shit in there, but they don't want you actually in it. Because you can come over here and produce some of this country shit if you want, but you're not singing a damn thing. Country
music to white people and hillbillies is just like jazz. It's just like jazz to black people. You know when
that's how so creative we are. Jazz, soul, rap. We just keep making up shit. Yeah. All right, we done with that. Let's move on to something else.
Jazz was when jazz was the purest.
Blues was the shit for a second.
Yeah, was the purest form of black music.
You gotta imagine
the blues and R&B and all that shit came off of jazz.
Exactly. You gotta imagine black people was the people that brought the difference in some of this stuff. Like when we was talking earlier about our foods when we was getting the scraps from these motherfucking slave owners. We turned it into soul food. You know what I'm saying? It's like we took advantage of a lot of our fucked up situations back then for sure and took clean advantage of it. And some of the people were singing country music back then, bro.
The shit
they were there.
The shit that
we've been here, bro. People don't understand. Black people been long enough to be in country music. What the fuck?
You've been here long enough to be in every damn thing.
Yeah. Why do you think Say some start without us and shit. Like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? They don't want us to do no country music.
Look,
fuck you. We'll come take over that motherfucker.
Elvis Presley was country. Elvis was country.
I used to like Elvis Presley growing up.
That little racist.
But he stole shit though. But I'm not knowing that when I'm little that he's stealing from black people. I'm just saying it.
I'm about to go.
The movies was cool. The movies was tight. He had the dance choreography shit he was doing was tight. But I never, as a child, thinking he's stealing that from people until you get older and you start seeing other black people doing it. He's like, wait a minute.
He was heavily influenced by the black artists, and and
at the same time, he was talented though.
Yeah, he was talented.
You can't take that away from him.
Jerry Lee Lewis did the same shit.
Ain't that fucked up?
He was the next Elvis until he married his 13-year-old cousin.
I wonder how America would be if they had never stole us and brought us here, bro. Like it's not so much shit we changed and done, you know.
Well, yeah,
it'd be no flavor in this motherfucker.
Yeah, it'd be plain. No nothing.
It'd be shit. Like,
but,
these motherfuckers, man.
I mean,
like
if she wanted
to everything, bro. Like music alone didn't get jazzy and fresh until we got a hold of some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Food don't get spiced up until we get a hold of that shit. Like, come on, man.
Right.
We was involved in country music. I don't give a fuck. You can go as far as you want. Black people's in the country, bro. Yeah. So stop.
Look, you might have.
You think we'll sit there and let y'all sing something?
You might have had you might have had a white face out there. You probably had a Johnny Cash, a fucking Roy Clark, a Buck Owens, and
so you think all these Elvis Presley is the new blackface? That what you trying to say?
No, I just saying he's a motherfucking he.
Is that the blackface without putting on the blackface? Just steal all what the black man do without putting on the blackface?
Goddamn thief.
Just start looking at, dang, that's a good dance move. I'm gonna do that in my show. You know what I'm saying? Now he did. But Elvis Presley was a good entertainer. He was an actor. He
was a good entertainer.
He did steal from the black culture.
Shit, he wasn't no motherfucking James Brown, but
he stole from the black culture.
Yeah, he stole.
It's just simple.
All of them did.
It's like nothing exists without us being
Elvis is not even the biggest culprit of stealing from the black culture and stealing black music. I'm talking about
as far as country.
As far as music, period.
Elvis stole from black people.
Yes, he did. Music, but he's not even the biggest culprit.
He's the biggest star they had.
But he's not the biggest culprit. And the biggest culprit was another big ass star, was that fucking Pat Boone. That's the biggest culprit. Pat Boone was the biggest culprit. I think everything he did, every fucking thing he did.
Dolly Parton with them big ass titties. She was the biggest culprit.
Who?
Dolly Parton had them joints early, you know? Was them joints implants or real?
No, Dolly Parton shit was real.
That's what I thought.
She had to go fucking she had to get a breast reduction. Fucking around, big titties damn near broke her
biggest back. Titties out there.
But
damn, I remember that. Yeah, her back was hurting or some shit, right?
Yeah, Dolly Dolly was a writer.
She was country.
Oh, still is country.
But she didn't really steal black flavors in her shit. She was country.
Well, you had Dolly. Like I said, your Dollies, your
Johnny Cash. When you say Elvis Presley, he stole. His whole format was black.
Yeah.
He tried his best to dance and do all that.
Yeah, but
when we say Dolly Parton, she was just a country white girl.
She was just Dolly Parton, your Tammy Wynette's, your
now with the big titties now.
Goddamn, like I said, your Johnny Cash, your so many of them, they was just straight country. You know, that was that they came up on. That's what they did.
Hell yeah.
But you know, Elvis was like
a country singer.
Elvis was like
mixed to
Taylor
soul,
Swift,
which is black. Remember back in the day, soul was the word. Then urban. You know how they use words now. DI, like they have these things, and you be looking like, bruh. You serious? You think we don't see that?
I mean,
then the black maggot might not see you. Then my bad.
But one time it was called Race Records. That's where it started out. Black music, but black records was called Race Records.
Now I can't wait till we had this motherfucking podcast when we go back over Jim Crow, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
So
that green car was the shit.
Then it was rhythm and blues. The blues came out of jazz, rhythm and blues.
But the white people had the disco in there somewhere. They slept the disco in there.
Disco was more of a came from like overseas because it it was really like them motherfucking German producers. Disco wasn't shit because disco was like,
but it was huge at the time.
It was huge.
And that didn't have nothing to do with us.
Right.
That's one genre of music we ain't touch.
Shit.
I mean, after the fact, yeah, we shit up.
Donna Summer was the biggest thing in disco. Black. Gloria Gaynor had the biggest song in disco. Black. Half the Village People. Black. Shit. Who else was big in disco? Who else did disco? Shit. Marvin Gaye did disco. Shit. Everybody did some form of disco.
Yeah, we take over this shit. Yeah, we invent disco.
But
we ain't started disco.
The biggest stars in disco, Chic was disco.
I give you that. We ain't started disco. We're not gonna see it and say
but disco started with overseas producers. Disco, but fucked them up about disco was like it was.
This is when we was starting
studio. It was more. You didn't use musicians and shit. Kind of like
disco is that's
like
white people.
Milli Vanilli. What they did with how they made Milli Vanilli, that's how they made disco records.
Disco,
basically.
And that during that time is when we was in the baby stages of R&B.
But you always had R&B.
Huh?
Ray Charles was R&B.
They was soul.
No, them was
R&B was in the late 70s.
No.
Really the R&B, 80s, bro.
The first
we talking about Gerald Levert. No, that was R&B.
Rhythm and blues go back to the 50s. So
hell no.
Yeah. Ray Charles was R&B with rhythm and blues.
Ray Charles was soul.
No.
What do you mean?
R&B. It was still called R&B back then.
Go. It was called soul.
Go check. It was R&B. It was still R&B. You always had R&B.
Because
then you had what came off of R&B was R&B, soul, funk. Because most of the 70s was funk. Well, 75 on was funk.
Exactly.
75 to the early to mid 80s. When you had
disco's
real live bands. Disco was in the 70s. From 76 to early 80s.
60, huh?
No, disco wasn't in those 60s. Disco was like 70, like 76. When motherfucking when Chic came out with that motherfucking, really was before that. When that motherfucker I Will Survive, then Freak Out, the Village People, YMCA and all that shit, they was disco. Who else? I said Donna Summer. That's the queen of disco. And it was several. It was a lot. But we fucked them up in that too. And I guess that's what they trying to keep that goddamn Beyonce out.
Man, they talking about disco starting in the 70s, man. Like I said, matter of fact.
You just said the 60s.
68. It says 71. It says 72.
Nah. Well, disco really ain't get huge till late 70s.
Yeah, I know that. Man. That's when black people get involved, yeah. Then you start naming those people you're naming. Now you see what I'm saying?
Shit, up until then.
Again, that's a genre of music. Again, we invent that. We blew it up. We didn't. We blew it up. Nah. Blues was ours.
Blues is jazz, blues.
That's us. R&B,
soul, funk,
us.
All the way up into rap and hip hop. Them all black.
That's what I mean. So almost all genres of music, we flavored up.
Yeah. You put some flavor in country.
Exactly. But it's tough to say who started the country thing. And black people here in the country time too, bro. When country music started.
Yeah, but
see, black people singing that shit too.
Country came off of shit like you had country and west, country, straight country and western. Mm-hmm. Then you had bluegrass. Then you had them about they main ones. And now you got this. Basically, you got two. Today you got two different kind of. No, you got three different kind of country. What they call it. You got regular country. You got this. Urban country, some shit, but you got all these different kind of country artists and shit.
They saying motherfucking country music started in 1922.
Yeah.
in Arkansas.
Yeah. That's about right.
So
But what was in Arkansas then? White people.
Yeah, true. First country music artist was Fedelaire Robinson.
Know what the fuck that is.
And Gooden
Then
for
you got
Victor Records. Coming the first pure country music song artist ever.
Shit. Victor. Then you had Sun Records. Shit, all of them was country. That's shit, 60, but shit, you the 40s. Shit, it's like 20s, 30s, 40s. You had all that shit. Back then, that's when what's that motherfucker? Motherfucker that white people just love to death. This when you had motherfucker like Frank Sinatra. A young Frank Sinatra was huge.
True.
But he wasn't country. He was singing, I don't even know what they call that shit, Bobby Socks or some shit. He had all the he had the Bobby Socks. He had all the young girls there. Yeah. That was a young Frank Sinatra and shit. And he was the biggest thing in music. That was well, because we didn't do shit to it was like 30s and 40s, and you got black artists came along. 50s blew the fuck up. 60s, other than in the 60s, the Europeans, when the British invasion started, artists over here ain't get no artists. Well, artists over here, musicians over here ain't get no run when them Brits and the Beatles and the Stones and came in. But the only thing they couldn't fuck with Motown and Stax. The two, well, Motown was black owned and Stax was white owned, but all the artists was black. All the writers was black.
New flavors.
So them two, the British came over and killed everybody, but them two, where all the motherfucking black artists at. And who did the Brits copy off of? The black artists. They came over here, the Rolling Stones. They love Muddy Waters.
You see, I fuck with what's the name? Muddy Water joint was tight. My man. Is that Slick? No, that's the damn, who said that Muddy Water joint?
Matter of fact, the Rolling Stones, that's where they got their names from. That song, I'm a Rolling Stone, I'm a man, world child.
No, bro. I just think anything Beyonce want to do, she
can do it.
Yeah, just do it. She tried rapping one time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, she didn't need that. All I say is she should leave Frankie Beverly shit alone. That's my biggest point of contention with her.
Now, bro, I was watching motherfucking. I know you know Dr. Umar.
Yeah, him.
You fuck with him? I don't think we ever talked about him before.
I check him out, but I ain't really one way or the other on him.
It's funny because
a lot of people don't fuck with him.
I don't know. It's just hard because
I was listening to him today. That clip you sent, and I'm like, some of the shit he was saying, I'm like, really?
Yeah. So it's a motherfucking YouTuber brought him on his joint to prank him. Let me just let everybody listen to a couple minutes of this joint real quick. We'll see.
That's even harder. It's not public? Okay, wow. No, I like the stuff you do because it's about black excellence. And my group, like I said, not only are we the #1 content group in America, I mean, the #1 black group, but the #1 content group in general. Black, white, Hispanic. So we really are about black excellence. And that was one of the goals when we started this group. It's called AMP. We're about maybe 5 or 6 million subscribers. That was one of the goals is, showing.
Why you let that play?
You don't got to be outside with the Thule. You don't got to be outside with the Draco, with the 9, with the 40, with the 50, with the 60, with the 70 cal. You can pick up a camera and vlog. Yeah, you can get in the camera. You can get sturdy. You know, you could do 20v1s and
Absolutely.
and tell women, hey, hit a 360 for me real quick. And like, see if she's thick or not. Like, there's a lot of things you can do.
But we don't want to do that.
Why not?
Because we don't want to sexually exploit our women. One of the biggest problems that we have, your generation in particular, those younger than you, there's too much focus on the sexual objectification and exploitation of black women.
Okay, so that's fair. But what if she's actually like, now I'm being serious now. What if she's actually just so thick?
That's okay. I love my women 5'5" thick in the thighs.
Mm-hmm. Come on now.
With you being
Come on now.
to a curvy queen. That's all I like. But we have to be careful that we don't go so far in our attraction, right? That lust is now being used as a way to lynch our sisters and create an atmosphere where they have been permanently objectified for their sexual attractiveness.
We gotta get into some of the hard-hitting questions now. Do you know what a gyat is?
I do not.
Okay. I'm just trying to get some of these episodes. I'm gonna just think of a good example. I mean, like,
Tell me what it is. Why you?
It's a gyat. It's like a woman with a big butt. So, like, if you see that,
I'm looking at a white woman.
brother, come on. Booty is booty now. Come on.
Real crazy.
Come on, brother.
I'm looking at a white woman.
So, okay.
No,
Come on, bro.
no,
So you can't see that and be
you better
like,
pull up some mixed race sisters.
Okay.
But you ain't giving me no snow bunny, no sir.
hey, she mixed with something, I think.
No.
So she's not, so you can't.
I'm not-
I saw you sneak a peek. I saw you sneak a
I'm not
peek.
interested.
Hey, now he's sneaking peek. I saw you. He said.
No disrespect to the Caucasian female.
Okay.
There's a lot of brothers who want them, like yourself.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of them.
My biggest thing, and I've seen you talk about relationships time and time again. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I'm monogamous. And
Your
my
partner.
Yes.
What is her race?
Come on, you know.
What is she?
You know I love my queens, brother. Come on now.
Is she black?
Brother, come on.
Is she black?
Come on, brother. You know how I feel.
Say she's black.
Brother, come on.
Why?
Like, we in an all black, we in a black content
That
house.
don't mean nothing.
We in the number one.
You just push snow bunnyism like I'm.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. But I'm gonna explain.
Is she a black woman?
Brother, come on. What, like, I'm not trying to just hand it.
Oh shit.
The market.
Well, when it's over, boy, I got something to say about that interview. It's funny as shit.
Can you hear?
About the interview we did.
Can you hear?
Nah. I was just thinking about something.
Is out the club shaking ass with her friends. Like she, have you seen the Ice Spice pose?
I've heard that. Ice Spice. What is that?
Ice Spice? Okay, I get shut.
Wait, you said pose?
Yeah, it's a pose.
What is it?
I'm gonna just show you.
Need to see it. It's expert. What is it?
I mean, can you turn this to him?
No, I'm not doing
You're not gonna do it? Okay, all right, okay.
Come on, man.
Okay, so
That type of part.
No, I know. But the Ice Spice pose, basically, she's bending over. And my girl I take care of her. I get her Prada bag. I get her Chanel, and she's in the club. And the thing that pissed me off the most, and the reason why I'm like, okay,
How long have y'all been together?
9 months.
Y'all been together 9 months.
Yeah.
Have you expressed your disagreement with her public behavior?
1,000%.
Has it changed at all?
Slightly, but it's taking a step back. Like she's not in the club weekly. But the thing that's throwing me off right now is 2 weeks ago, she with my friend, and like my friends can't hang out. My girlfriend and my friend can't hang out, and he wasn't with this, but she started doing the Ice Spice pose on him.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How can you, or why haven't you, being the proud Christian brother that you are, why haven't you given her an ultimatum?
Because I'm trying to save her, and I like I said, she's a big fan of.
Are you trying to save her, or are you addicted to that booty yourself?
Oh, brother, Dr. Umar, come on now, come on, let's keep it.
Stay with what I'm saying.
Okay.
If you are as committed to your faith as you claim, how is it that you spent almost a year with a woman who doesn't sound like she's the least bit interested in Jesus Christ?
She's very interested in Christ and everything. Everyone has their bad habits, and she
That's
was just
not a
outside.
habit,
Like,
brother.
she was
That's a
outside.
lifestyle.
Like I'm not gonna lie, before we started dating, she was like definitely racking it up. She was going crazy in college. I see.
But why are you attracted to that type of a woman? I want to deal with you more than her because we can't.
She's a big fan of you, by the way, and
I appreciate my sister, and I'm gonna give her 40 lashes for doing the Ice Spice. But listen,
okay. What do you mean by lashes? Is that
whipping post?
Okay.
Listen.
Give her 40
Yeah,
lashes.
I know. Well, because like my girl, she has a percentage of black hair. Like I like
Wait, stop.
Ninja, please.
You just said my woman got a percentage of black.
100%. What'd you say?
Wait. Wait. We gonna run that. Oh, we got to run this back. Because you just slid something in on.
Okay.
First of all, mixed race African is still African.
Yeah.
I believe in the one black parent rule.
Uh-huh.
If you got one black parent and you psychologically identify as African, you one of us.
She 100% psychological.
But you said she has some black.
I don't know what the percentage is.
Well, we need to know what the
As
percentage
a matter of fact,
because if she got 1% black, she ain't black.
Baby, can you come in here? She's in the building today.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce her.
What is her ethnicity? What's the other ethnicity? What is the mother is what and the father is what?
Okay. The reason I'm having a hard time is because I don't want to mislike.
Hey, baby.
Good afternoon. Likewise. No hugs, please.
Okay.
Is everything in the shot? You can come sit right here.
We having a conversation.
Come on, sit here. Okay. Yeah. So, come on, we gotta get cozy now, brother. Come on.
No, go ahead.
So I was telling Omar, my issue with you is that you be in the club. You talked about, I don't even know what the term is, swapping or switching partners one time. Like, I just feel like you should be more loyal to me.
But I just feel like I'm more happy whenever I'm out there.
So, but you've said several times that I make you happy.
Yeah, you do make me happy. But I would be happier if we had an open relationship.
That's my problem with Omar.
I have a question, young lady. Your name?
Tori.
Pleased to meet you, Tori. What is your ethnicity, Tori?
I'm white.
Okay,
She had
and
a
what are
percentage of black hair.
hold on. What are the if you don't mind me asking, your father's ethnicity and your mother's ethnicity?
My dad is, I think, European.
Italian,
I
Greek,
don't know. I think Polish.
Irish. Okay, maybe Polish. Your father and your mother is
I don't know.
okay,
Yeah.
but definitely Caucasian.
But this is the thing, Omar. Look at my.
He said you had a percentage
Look at
of
my
black.
background. Look at my background. I got this woman on my background.
Have you ever done any DNA testing to ascertain if you had any African blood?
No, but
Okay.
my mom has. I just don't know what the results were.
Okay.
But there was African.
Okay. But your mother, if I saw her, would clearly appear to me as a Caucasian female.
Let's all get
As
because
do
the
you.
shot's wide. Can we all get closer? Come.
No, you're fine. You're fine, Tori.
Yeah.
I would disagree with him being with you.
Whoa.
Not because I have an issue with you as a human being. I want you to understand. But because I have an issue with him as a black man who I feel should have chosen a sister out of loyalty to the
But
community.
she's like a sister.
So it's not a dismissal of you. You understand me? It's a loyalty to us that I think a lot of black men take him. He's a successful young brother doing very well for himself. And instead of getting a sister, he gets a Caucasian woman. And that.
What you think about that first?
I think he let his feelings be known.
He definitely did that.
I think that much.
First of all, he was disrespectful. If that was like, say if that was really his girl, and he was just saying all that wild shit, that's disrespectful though.
Yeah.
Like he was just over the top. We get it, you know? Okay. But now this is girl though. You got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just ain't give a fuck.
Yeah, he did.
He just let it know. Look, he let it know he don't believe in interracial relationships, and it's kind of obvious he don't fuck with white women or white people in general. She said she would have given a hug, like no hugs. He said, well, move a little closer. No, y'all fine over there.
He was cool dude to the Brock. Come on, white as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That nigga said, "Look, is your father white? Poland? Oh, okay, they white.
They white. Have your mother been DNA tested? It ain't nothing against you. I just don't think that he should be with a Caucasian woman.
Hey, my nigga, he asked this nigga, "What you think I should do with her about this?" He said, "Look, I can't answer that because I don't even agree with this whole thing."
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he was wild, motherfucker.
That nigga said, "I don't even agree with the relationships. I can't get no advice."
Hey, I don't think y'all should be together. In my opinion.
Oh my god! But I do agree with him at the end. he did flip it and make it sense of his successful black man right here, and he out here, and his first choice is a white woman, which is not really a problem, but he making a good point on that part.
Yeah, well, he must be pissed off.
He's just mad. Bro.
If he's
mad about him, he can classify as a racist, right or wrong?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna ask.
If he ain't, he's showing up close.
Who asked MAGA black motherfuckers? Is that a racist for you?
And if he fucked up with him, he got to be fucked up with half the players in the NFL and the NBA. All of them got white women.
Oh yeah. I mean, me personally, I do have issues with that, but that's just me. I ain't no motherfucker to be mad about it though. Like you can do the fuck you want.
Fuck you want to do.
It just won't be me.
I mean, fuck it. You love who you love.
I ain't the one, Slim. I can't imagine waking up with no white girl beside me at all. We do appreciate everybody tuning in, bro.
Just something like that
tonight. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Appreciate Mr. Johnson for sliding through. You know what I'm saying, dog?
And don't forget, check out VJ for War7.com.
War7 out there.
VJ for War7.com and check out that brother. And you go in there, you see his platform and what he's about and what he stands for. And hey, make that part of your research for November when it's election day.
Exactly. Just here to get you informed. You know what I'm saying, dog? Appreciate him a whole lot though for taking his time out. You know what I'm saying, dog? And sliding through.
Yeah, something like that.
Tuesdays, Fridays, live.
Something like that.
Your boys. With much more, of course, news to come. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We got a lot of stuff going on.
Talking about politics coming from a view of the streets. You know what I'm saying, Doc? We're not coming from professional view.